my own collection as I entered Le Cirque. The maitre d' glanced at my understated outfit, then quickly looked away as he recognized my name on the reservation. Sarah, finally, Mom gestured with her diamond-laden hand. We were just discussing your brother Michael's amazing news. The Central Mall expansion is remarkable. I slid into my seat as Michael dominated the conversation, describing his plans for the luxury wing and his executive office overlooking the plaza. So, Michael turned to me with a practiced smile. Still selling those little dresses online? From your apartment, right? The acquisition papers in my bag felt heavy. 5 years of careful planning, building Sterling Retail Group through quiet purchases, and tomorrow morning Central Mall would belong to me. How's the website doing? Dad asked, studying his wine. Must be hard competing with real stores. I sipped my water, thinking of tomorrow's board meeting where I'd take control of the city's largest retail empire. We manage. Oh honey, Mom sighed, you could have had a real career in retail. Michael might have an opening in one of the mall shops. Michael laughed. We always need sales associates. Something more suitable for your experience. The TV above the bar caught my attention. Business news covering tomorrow's major retail announcement. I'd kept my identity private, letting my company's success speak for itself. Speaking of retail, Michael gestured to the screen. Have you heard about this mysterious Sterling Group buying up properties? Though they'd never look at something as small as your online shop. My phone buzzed message from our CFO. Final valuation, $3.8 billion. All mall leases terminate at midnight. You know, Michael continued, the mall's discount section needs managers. Basic stuff, nothing complicated. Perfect for someone with your limited experience. The takeover documents felt heavy in my bag. The same mall that had rejected my retail concept 3 years ago when I tried to lease a small space. To my brilliant son, Dad raised his glass to Michael. Leading the future of retail. I checked my watch. 14 hours until the board meeting. 14 hours until they learned that while they mocked my little online shop, I'd built the largest retail property group in the state. Here's my card. Michael slid his gold-embossed business card across the table. Call my assistant. We'll find you something appropriate for your level. I touched the ID badge in my pocket, the one that read Sarah Chinzo Sterling Retail Group in understated silver lettering. The one I'd never shown at family gatherings. Actually, I started, but Michael was already talking over me. Did I mention our new luxury wing? He beamed. They're naming it the Michael. 3 floors of high-end retail space. It's wonderful having a son at such a prestigious company, Mom gushed. Though of course Sarah, your little website is cute too. The news segment continued silently above us. Major retail acquisitions set to reshape shopping landscape. The ticker showed Central Mall's parent company stock climbing on takeover rumors. Remember when you wanted to lease a store in our mall? Michael smirked. With those innovative retail concepts of yours? How did that work out? I remembered standing in Central Mall's leasing office 3 years ago, pitching my vision for a new kind of shopping experience. Michael had walked past twice, pretending not to see me. Their rejection letter had called my ideas unsuitable for our upscale clientele. Speaking of changes, Dad turned to me. That apartment you work from is in a declining area. Maybe it's time to consider a real career. My phone buzzed again, all paperwork finalized. Security teams in position for midnight changeover. Don't wait too long, Michael called as dinner wound down. Those sales associate positions fill up fast. Though with your experience we might have to start you in the stockroom. I smiled, thinking of the new mall signs already being installed under cover of darkness. Morning light streamed through the windows of my private elevator as it ascended Central Mall's executive tower. Through the glass I could see Michael's office across the atrium, where he was undoubtedly preparing for his big announcement about his namesake luxury wing. Miss Chin, my assistant Lisa appeared with a tablet. The board is assembled. They think it's a routine meeting. Your brother just arrived. He's rehearsing his presentation about the Michael wing. I smoothed my Valentino suit from my own exclusive collection, but they'd never known that. And the lease terminations? All processed at midnight. Every store in the mall received notification. Security teams are in place for any resistance. The irony wasn't lost on me. 3 years ago, I'd waited in Central Mall's leasing office for hours, clutching my store concept proposal. Michael had walked past, too important to acknowledge his small-time sister. My phone lit up with texts from last night. Mom, darling, consider Michael's offer. Online shops are so unstable. Michael, called HR. Might have stockroom positions open. Better than your bedroom office. Dad, be practical, Sarah. You need a real retail career. They're all here. Lisa checked her tablet. Your family thinks they're attending Michael's wing dedication ceremony. Through the boardroom windows, I could see Michael at the podium, gesturing grandly as he unveiled renderings of the Michael wing. Our new luxury section will redefine shopping, he was saying. No other mall in the region can compare. If he only knew, his precious wing would be demolished within the month. And now, the board chairman interrupted, looking uncomfortable. Before we continue with Mr. Chen's presentation, we have an important announcement. Michael frowned, still standing at the podium. Please welcome the CEO of Sterling Retail Group, who as of this morning, is the new owner of Central Mall and all its properties. The room fell silent. Michael's presentation remote clattered to the floor. I stepped through the doors, my heels clicking on marble. The same boardroom that had rejected my lease application now displayed our company's portfolio on every screen. Thank you, I began, my voice carrying across the stunned room. 5 years ago I started with a small online shop, with a vision of revolutionizing retail. Mom's coffee cup froze halfway to her lips. Today that vision becomes reality. Sterling Retail Group now controls the largest retail property portfolio in the region. And yes, I paused, looking directly at Michael, that includes your luxury wing, which will be completely redesigned according to our new retail concept. Dad's hand shook as he looked at Central Mall's new organizational chart, with my name at the top. The new mall signs are being unveiled as we speak, I continued smoothly, though I should mention we'll be canceling the wing dedication ceremony. Permanently. Through the floor-to-ceiling windows, we watched as workers removed the Central Mall lettering from the building's facade. News crews gathered below, capturing the moment for evening broadcasts. Effective immediately, I continued, all retail leases are terminated. This includes, I turned to Michael, still frozen at the podium, your precious luxury wing tenants. You can't. Michael's voice cracked. My wing, my retail partners. We'll need to reapply, I finished, pulling up our new retail metrics. Our online integrated stores show 300% higher revenue than your traditional luxury outlets. The board members shifted uncomfortably, avoiding Michael's gaze. They'd seen the numbers, they knew why they'd approved the sale. As for management, I clicked to the next slide. All executive positions will be re-evaluated based on our company's performance standards. Michael finally stepped down from the podium, his perfect composure cracking. I'm Executive Director of Operations. You can't just... Actually, I interrupted, displaying the acquisition terms. As of 9 a.m., all executive positions are terminated. Including, I paused, savoring the moment, Director of Operations. Mom's Hermes bag slipped from her lap. Dad loosened his tie, likely remembering all those times he'd dismissed my little website at family gatherings. The massive windows offered a clear view as the new sign was lifted into place. Sterling Retail Group, illuminated in sleek letters against the morning sky. Your office, I continued, looking at Michael, will be cleared by noon. The executive suite will house our digital integration team. Digital team? Michael's voice was barely a whisper. Yes, the same concept you called unsuitable 3 years ago. The one now generating billions in revenue. Lisa appeared with a stack of papers. The press is waiting in the lobby and Women's Wear Daily is on line 1. Also, the new security passes are ready. I held up Michael's mall access card, now marked invalid in red letters. Sometimes, I addressed the room, but my eyes stayed on my brother. The biggest retail empires don't start in luxury wings. They start with people willing to sell dresses from their bedroom and dream bigger. The morning sun streamed through the windows, illuminating our new corporate logo, a beacon of change visible across the shopping district. Sometimes the best retail strategy isn't about square footage. It's about seeing the future while others cling to the past. Evening settled over the mall complex as I reviewed the day's headlines on the screens lining my new executive office, formerly Michael's suite. Sterling Retail Group acquires Central Mall in surprise takeover. E-commerce pioneer reveals identity. Sarah Chen's rise from online shop to retail empire. Mall stocks surge after Sterling acquisition announcement. Digital integration. How one woman revolutionized traditional retail. Miss Chen, Lisa appeared quietly. Your family is here. They've been trying to reach you since the board meeting. I turned from the floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking my new retail empire, the mall's lights now all bearing the Sterling logo. Send them in. The doors opened to reveal a very different family from last night's dinner. Michael's designer suit was wrinkled, his perfect hair disheveled. Mom's socialite composure had crumbled. Dad clutched a folder of Central Mall stock certificates, now worth triple their morning value. Sarah. Michael's voice trembled. You can't just, my tenants. Please sit. I gestured to the Italian leather chairs facing my desk. The same ones Michael had bragged about at countless family gatherings. How? Dad stepped forward. That little online dress shop was the first of 300 properties. I pulled up our portfolio map. While you were mocking my bedroom office, I was building the largest retail corporation in the country. But all those times we offered to help you find a real job. Mom stammered. I was too busy buying the malls you wanted me to work in. I displayed our acquisition history. Did you never wonder why I kept my online shop so simple? It was the perfect cover while I built something bigger. Michael stared at his old nameplate now sitting in the outgoing box. My luxury wing launch has been cancelled, I completed. The space will better serve as our flagship digital integration center. You can't fire your own brother, Mom pleaded. His reputation. Like he protected mine? I pulled up the security footage from 3 years ago. When I waited 6 hours to present my retail concept. The one you called amateur hour, Michael? The screens showed Michael deliberately ignoring me in the leasing office, too important to acknowledge his sister with the unrealistic ideas. Your mall access, I slid papers across the desk, has been revoked. However, I'm prepared to offer you a position. Hope flickered in his eyes. Entry level. E-commerce fulfillment, I continued. Someone needs to package online orders. Isn't that what you called more my speed? Dad's face reddened as I threw Michael's words back at him. This is revenge, Michael accused. No, I stood adjusting my CEO nameplate. This is retail evolution. The revenge is just a bonus feature. Lisa appeared with fresh reports. Online sales are up 200% since the announcement. Also, Dubai called about international expansion. Through my window, the evening sky was illuminated by our retail empire's new signs. Now, I turned back to my family. About that warehouse position, Michael. I believe you said those jobs fill up fast? The silence in the room was thicker than a holiday shopping crowd. Take time to consider it, I concluded. Though like all retail space, vacancies are limited. As they filed out, shoulders slumped, I picked up Michael's old executive director badge. Oh, and Michael? He turned, composure completely gone. Employee discount is 10%. Not that you can afford our new luxury collection anyway. The door closed as the mall's lights twinkled below, each one a register in the empire of my success. Sometimes the best sales aren't made on the retail floor,